Hi, hi. I decided to make a video explaining how I edit my drum covers. I'll explain from when I record the actual takes to how I edit them in Sony Vegas. Basically, the whole idea is I've got multiple angles going on, but I've recorded them all with the same camera. So I start off with one angle, which is my main angle. I call it the primary angle. Which is the exact take that the audio is recorded with. So everything that's in the audio is played on that take. So once I've got that take, I will edit the audio and bounce it down as an audio file with the song and my external drumming over the top. So afterwards, I will simply just move the camera and then drum to the song again. I'll try and make it as accurate as I can, but it will just be a rough take of me just playing along to the song again, just to get the footage of me actually playing it. And then I'll move the camera again to another place and then do another take of the song. So I'll have 3 takes of the song. One of them will be the exact take that the audio is, and then I'll have 2 which are kind of rough takes, which I'll be able to use bits of footage from. Also, when I do the main take, I'll have another camera by my feet, which will be exactly what I played as well. A lot of the time. Sometimes I forget and then I have to record the foot camera afterwards, but a lot of the time it's part of the first take, which is the accurate take. So what I'll do is, I've got Vegas open now. I can do some screenshots as I'm talking to you. So what I've got is, this is the finished product. This is what it'll look like right at the end. But I'll start off with the song. I'll open the song first, and then I open the primary take, which is still sort of a solid file because I don't need to cut it up because there's no mistakes, if that makes sense. So after that, I will open another track and then insert the second take, and obviously the camera's been moved. So firstly, I'll make sure the first take is synced up with the song. Once that's in sync, then I'll open the second take, which will be sort of rough. So what I'll do is sync that up with the music as well, and I'll do exactly the same to the third take as well, and the foot camera if I've got one. Once I've got all the different takes in sync with the song, then I can start analysing each individual take. So firstly, I've got the main take, which is a solid block, and that's completely accurate to the recorded audio in Cubase, so I don't need to worry about that. So what I'll do is I'll just solo the second take and the music or the audio track, and make sure everything I play in the second take is accurate, but it won't be. I'll do the odd crash hit, or fills will be different and stuff. So what I do is I'll play through it. Every time I play something different, I'll cut that bit of footage out. So that's why you can see all these little cuts. These are little bits that I did wrong, or I just wanted to cut out because I preferred one of the other angles. So I'll go through the footage, and then every time I did something wrong, just get rid of that bit. And then I'll do exactly the same to the third take. So I'll solo the third take and the song, look at the third take's footage, and then go through it and cut out all the rubbish bits, basically. So then I'm left with a main take, which is still a solid block, a second take which has got bits cut out of it, and a third take which has got bits cut out of it as well. So then, but that won't be done, because it will have mostly the second and third take, but I want it to see the first take as well. So I'll just cut extra bits out every now and then from the second take, and then kind of alternate it between the first, second and third. It's quite random, really. I just usually cut through it just at random, and then watch it back. If there's any bits that look a bit dodgy, or there's sometimes bits in certain takes that I like in particular, so what I'll do is add one of these markers. These are basically to remind myself which parts I liked. So then I'm left with a main take and 2 cut-up takes. That's pretty much it for the basics. Obviously got like a bit of a fade at the end. With the foot camera, obviously if it's full screen, then it will just be the foot camera for my whole video. So what I need to do is change the track motion, that's what it's called. On the track motion, I can decrease the size of the video and move it down to the corner, and I sometimes put a bit of a fade, like a blur around the outside of it to make it look a bit better, less obvious. But then it will play in the corner for the whole video. So that's how I do it, really. Because my camera records in 720p, I go to the project video properties and I make sure that it's 1280 by 720, and then I just always leave it on PAL, and that's pretty much it. But when I render it, render as Sony AVC, which is like MP4, M2TS, AVC, etc. But it does render in MP4, and the template is internet 1280 by 720, 25p. You can see that because I've set the project video properties, it's got a little equals sign. That means it's the most suitable template for your camera or your project. So I always render in that and then save. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do. If you've got any other questions, obviously put them in the comments. I hope I haven't missed anything really obvious. I don't think I have, but if I have, let me know. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.